Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Life Like Bunny. I am Bunny, the life that is up. I've got another video for you guys. If you've not read the title, today's video is me doing what I do best, defending black women. And today I am defending Kemi Badenoch. I hope I pronounced her name right. Because you know what? Why the fuck not? She's a black woman and let's have fun. Where do I start? I don't know where to start, you know, 'cause she's a little bit cuckoo, eh? She's actually crazy. She's a little bit mad. Like, oh. But you know what? We're allowed to be mad. We are allowed to be crazy. We are allowed to be the full spectrum of crazy. And let her be. Is she deluded? Yes. But let her be deluded in peace. She's a black woman. She's allowed to be deluded. She's allowed to be whatever she wants. There's plenty of white girls. There's plenty of white men, incredibly deluded, saying exactly the same motherfucking shit that she's saying, and they're fine. There's white men claiming they're not white just because they happen to have Romani heritage. Anybody looking at them weird, people are just like, you are, yeah. They're letting them be. If she wants to be a certain version of a black woman, let her be that version of a black woman. Is it an incredibly dangerous version of black woman? Yes, but we're allowed to be dangerous. We're not a mono-fucking-lith. Newsflash, there's black women who work in the CIA. They work for their op. There's black women who work for the op and they're allowed to work for the op because we are a spectrum. She's allowed to be a coon or a coconut or whatever the words are. She's allowed to be that person, my fucking god. It's life. It's life, yeah? As much as there's going to be black women who are pro-black and they are pro-activisting for black, they're going to do everything. Not all of us are going to be like that because not all of us have had that very experience. And even if she has and she's choosing not to be that version of black, that's fine. That is literally fine. Because there's worse white men doing worse. And rarely do they get thick pieces. They just get caught that they're making mistakes and we move on. Let's perceive her reality as mistakes being made by a black woman because we're allowed to. Because also, everybody expecting every single black woman they've ever met to have deconstructed racism and be very eloquent about it and just be able to talk about it and educate you about it and not be a coon is actually ridiculous and a ridiculously impossible standard to uphold for any human being, especially black women, man. That is actually fucked up. You expect us not to be self-hating because we're black women, but we're also people who experience feelings, who experience moments of feeling down and moments of one time feeling just self-hating, and that's okay. I saw a video of them making fun of her because she had the white foam on the mouth. It's like, she's just been speaking so much because she's actually working hard because maybe the motherfucking racist fucks are actually making her work harder than everybody else. And that's why you're saying that shit on her mouth, because she's basically maybe doing everybody's workload. And she's too busy doing that to think about anything else. Maybe that is what's happening. And because she's black, nobody's giving her the benefit of the doubt of maybe this is what she's going to, maybe she's this, maybe she's this. You just think she's just deluded and so stupid. She's just being a person. Do you all talk about white privilege and how white privilege they've got means they can get to live their lives normal without anybody perturbing them because of the color of their skin? She's attempting to live in the same exact deluded world. And yeah, it is deluded, yes, but let her try. Let her actually try. She's snitching on people because that's who she is. She's a snitch. And people don't expect black women to ever be snitches, but you've met one today. And she's saying, hello, I'm here. And you're rejecting who she is because she doesn't fit the mold of blackness. And I understand her rhetorics are dangerous, but what makes her different from every other person in this planet, apparently? These are the reasons why Kamala Harris did not get fucking voted in America, because she was not being a perfect black woman. Well, half black woman. She wasn't being a perfect half black woman. And now you got a fucking orange Cheeto that nobody can fucking criticize in office. You're not criticizing her, but if she was doing half of the things the fucking Cheeto was doing, she would not be getting away with it because we're being held to a higher standard. We're not allowed to be regular. We're not allowed to be toxic in capitalism the way everybody else is toxic in capitalism, and that's dehumanizing and it's racist. They're calling her the most non-black woman by whatever she's doing, whatever she's saying. She's not black, but you're actually treating her exactly like a black woman. Criticizing her harsher than everybody else, all this shit. She's being just a British person. She's being a British girl. And Britain, trust me, the policies that come from up top there are crazy and cuckoo and racist, and she's being a mouthpiece. It just sounds ridiculous coming from her, because for once, it's the face saying it is not the face you expect, because you expect that face to be the one begging and pleading for you to stop. But for once, it's the same face telling you these very fucking things, so people are disconnecting. But she's being an actually very good representation of England. At least the version of England they want all of us to be. The English person the UK wants us to be. That's who she's being. Anti-immigration. Anti-others, selfish, me first. She's just being English. Well, when I say British. She's just being a British woman. So if you have a problem with Kemi Badenoch, you have a problem with Britishness. And I will say now, you have a problem with at least the version of Britishness that is being marketed to British people in Britain. The classismness is typical Britishness. That's what she's having. They're not caring about others. That's her just being British. Nothing she's actually doing is specially because she's a black woman. In fact, she's going out of her way to not do that because she thinks being this version of herself is who England wants her to be. And it's true, it is who England wants her to be. Because it's either you're Kemi Badenoch as a black woman, or you're in cancer estates begging. There's no in between. You're not wanted to be anything else. So stop criticizing her for being exactly what this country wants from black women. Unless we're begging. This video is in defense of Kemi Badenoch. Even the media attention she's getting is a bit insane. Yes, I guess she's the leader of the opposition party, but they're not currently in power right now. We should be focusing on fucking Keir Starmer being a literal shitty, terrible leader. That's what we should be focusing on. Not the black woman sat opposite to him that hasn't even fucking tested power yet. Also, she could be pretending. She could be highly intelligent and just pretending. And I'm not saying she is, because, girl, she's not. But she could be. We just don't know. And we're not being given the benefit to know because she's a black woman. Yeah. Nothing she said is that different or special from anything any of her colleagues have said. Especially the party she's in. How do you expect a conservative woman not to sound like a conservative woman? Just because she's black. That's dehumanizing. You're wake the fuck up. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. They bring people like her to infiltrate because you expect them to be kind. And you're forgetting that she's wearing a conservative leader badge. Huh? She's just being conservative. That's it. That's it for today's video. Do not forget to like it. Comment your thoughts. What did you think about the whole Kemi Badenoch blunder going on? Share to whoever you find it useful. Follow me everywhere. No, you're the sun that shines in my pussy. Bye-bye. My. Bye-bye.